Hey! Greetings and salutations to you, people of the interwebs. So, today, we're cracking on with these deluxes from Transformers, War for Cybertron, Kingdom. Today, we are looking at the delightful Blackarachnia. Here she is in the box. You can see she's quite, there's quite a lot of depth from this box removed, as the backdrop is almost pushing her straight at the window, the little window she has. Again, we've got this artwork, and robot mode, and spider mode. I forgot what it was called. And then we have some product design, product shots at the back with this cool little spider logo. I didn't really notice any kind of logo of the other ones. I quite like that in the artwork on here we do have you can see Scorponok, Waspinator and Dinobot just in the background there, so I quite like that. Yeah, so she's a deluxe class. Let's get her cracked open, see what she's all about. In Beast Wars, it seems that the characters with the most development both started off as Predacons and eventually joined the good guys. That's just, you know, a thing they did. So here she is on the card. You can see why she's pushed so far forward, all those spider legs back there. And again, this one, it's a lot more obvious than the others. Got a weapon twisty tied at the back here. You could just remove that. Well, those are quite sharp. Oh. So we'll take that out, and then we'll remove her from her bindings. So that's twisty tie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've not been keeping score on these. And here she is released from the... Now we have, what are these cards again? The Autobot Arc that we got with Cheetor, and then we peel the sticker back. And again, there's something written there, 1984, so... I'm not sure they're supposed to reveal different fates, and I've just got unlucky that all the cards I've got so far have been the same, or maybe if I translate them, or I've got 2 similar Autobot Arc ones and 2 the same Dinobot ones, so I don't know if you translate the Cybertronics, maybe it actually says something different, and I'm just not picking it up because I ain't got time for that. I'll check the wiki at some point. Someone else will have done it. What I have got time for is to give you first impressions of figures that I've just opened. Because, you know, that matters, doesn't it? So let's just remove that little bit of binding. So we pick her up, give her a wiggle waggle. So there's not much rattling, everything pretty much staying in place there. I do think there's a little bit of a loose knee if you try and hold her by that, but yeah, we'll not do that. Just hold her there, and that's fine. The paint job and the sculpt work of this is fantastic. Like I said with Cheetor, they've really kind of taken a look at the masterpieces and refined them to a deluxe price point. And you know, the fear was that once they've released these type of boxes where you can't see much of the figure, that maybe they'd start, you know, scrimping on the paint apps again. But no, she's really well painted. Yeah, and that really accurate. Let's get a piece of white paper. Let's do the YouTuber thing where you do this, and hopefully that'll do some kind of focus or something. Yeah, really good work with the sculpt on the tempo and the chest design, the little tiny Predacon sign. So she has got a head, she's got a swivel, or she's got a hinge here to look up and down, and then it's also on a ball joint, so plenty articulation on that head. It's a universal joint at the shoulder, which is great. Bicep swivel. There's a hinge at the elbow, and there's an elbow swivel separate to the bicep swivel. And can these claws open? There's a crack there that looks like they could open, but I think that's just a design. I think that's just sculpt. Yeah, so the claws don't open. Or pincers, claws, pincers, and then there's a ball joint on every one of these spider legs. So I think she used to fire them like machine guns like that in the show, didn't she? But you can pose these however you like, see. There's no waist rotation or ab crunch, but again, we've got universals at the hips, which gives us a good bit of ballet. Yeah, so she can do a big back kick, almost quite all the way on there. She can has a thigh rotation. That's not a double knee, but damn, it still gives the range of a double knee. It just goes all the way around. Boink. Double knee. Boink. It's a single knee. And there's a bit of a movement on her knees. She's got the rotation, the ankle pivot, and there's also a big up. Not so much back, but there you go. So this, what I noticed with Cheetor, it doesn't really have that many ports for sticking bits of dinosaur to, or the weaponizers, or any of those type of things, which made me kind of think, was he designed for a different toy line? And again, with Blackarachnia, she's got some on the back of her calves, and she's got some on her feet, but you know, she's got really thin arms and stuff, so she's not really equipped for weaponizing, as it were. But she does come with this blaster slash poison shooter slash grappling hook shooter, which doesn't have a rope on this version to fire with a grappling hook, and she holds it in her hand really well. In terms of size companions, this is stuck now. Get the size companions out. Here she is with Transformers, Wolf, Cybertron, Siege, Sideswipe. So she's a little bit taller, a lot spindlier, Then a side swipe. Get off me, you spider! Yeah, and with a standard Marvel Legends scale figure with Shatterstar, done dirty by Deadpool 2. And if you want more of a vintage G.I. Joe scale comparison, here she is with Zanzibar. Very good. But she's a Beast Wars Transformer. That knee, don't hold her by that. Don't just hold her around by that because she's just going to flop. But I don't think that's going to affect her actually standing up on a flat surface. It's just when you waggle her around in your hand, that'll knock her. But she's a Beast Wars Transformer, so she does transform. Again, haven't a clue, so let's go through this together. For the first time, transforming Blackarachnia. So that back bit folds like so. That texture matches the texture on the top of the thighs, so I presume that's going to come together at some point. Now the knees bend quite well that way, not all that way, so we're going to presume these knees come up there again. These come together. So I'm going to presume we're making a start here. Yep, they click in. Let's just hold this like so for now. Move chest up like so. I think that's got the eye detail for the spider head. I think that's a falsie because we can see here there's a true spider head back here which has different coloured eyes. Don't know if the spider has tits on top of it. Right, we're gonna have to have a look. Consult the image on the back here. Right. So the spider definitely does not have breasts. From what I can see, we're going to move these shoulders this way, kind of. Let's have a look. So we're getting somewhere here. It's just whether so whether somewhere we're going, we're getting to, is ultimately the right destination. I feel like I want these thighs to go under there. For everything to be a compact. Aha! Aha! So there is a swivel here. Right. So that pulls up and swivels round. I'm not sure what that alters on this side of things. Whether that means, oh, that hinges. Oh. That's one of those hinges where it's like, is this transformer in, or is this a break in? So yeah, you basically just have to, get these tits of the spider. I'm going to check the instructions after I've finished doing what I'm doing here to see if one of the instructions just says, get the tits off the spider. Wow. Actually, I think these go. These go that way. They go that way. Yeah. So then the pincers connect to the feet there. So this is definitely very much a trying to discover what the transformation is video. In no ways is this intended for instructional purposes. Your guess is as good as mine at this stage, but it's just a very good indication of how easy she is to transform out of the box without consulting instructions, as long as you've had some experience with transformers before. So wow. So here is Blackarachnia in her spider mode. Look at that. Isn't that fascinating? It's obvious he's a transformer bundled up in this ball here. You can see the crotch piece there that was the fake spider head has become spider's bum. The pincers have become kind of the web spinners. It's quite cool. We've got a head there. And we've got the legs that have always been spider legs. And she's tiny. So Cheeto was quite small. And yeah. Obviously not to scale to a Black Widow spider and a cheetah or a sports car, but you get the idea that for a deluxe, she's small, like, you know, probably smaller than Cliffjumper's vehicle mode, which we haven't got lying around here. But wow, it's worth it. So we've got all that detail there on the Black Widow sign. Not quite the hourglass of Black Widow that it kind of looks like, the Black Widow markings, but obviously you can't go full hourglass because probably Marvel will have your ass for it. But yeah, horrifying. That's like, I think this is one of the most horrifying spider transformers we've had, which is always quite weird. I always find it quite weird that we had to wait all the way to Beast Wars, which, you know, wasn't that long really in the history of Transformers, but Beast Wars, we had to wait to Beast Wars before there was a spider transformer. I can't believe there was never a G1 spider transformer. There was almost a double pretender, but yeah, Beast Wars was the first time we had a spider in the ranks of Transformers, and it was Tarantulas. And then a recolor of Tarantulas was Blackarachnia, and now here she is in very much her own mold. You couldn't repaint this into Tarantulas. You could repaint this into Tarantulas, but you shouldn't, because this is very much Beast Wars, the mainframe animation Blackarachnia, and it's marvelous. Yeah, very much a refined into a deluxe price point masterpiece. We have this weapon. We've got some potential pegs here. It might plug into on the pincers. We'll just say we have for now, and call it adieu for today. Join me next time. We'll crack on to the Voyagers. But until then, be excellent to each other. Arr. Party on, dudes. And because you deserve it, let's bump fists, shall we? Fisto! Fisto!